I don't think any country rivals America in our human rights position. So I appreciate you answering that question. Hey, this is Congressman Bill Johnson. I'm glad you guys are on the phone. Thanks for hanging in there with us. If you would like to ask a question, press 0 on your keypad, and we'll get you into the question queue, and you can ask your question, then you'll get you right back into the call. Let's go to Kim down in Irondale. Hi, Kim.
Hello, how are you today?
I'm doing good, Kim. Thanks.
I wanted to know if you had a bill that bans all abortion. I believe that if there's a ban on all abortion, that there would be more practices and safer sex for all ages, and they'll start to think before they do the action.
Sure.
It'll cause less problems.
Sure. I thanks for that question. I can tell you that I am a strong pro-life representative. I believe that life starts at conception, and yes, there are pieces of legislation that would ban all abortions. One of those is called the Life at Conception Act, and I am a co-sponsor of that legislation. We have passed legislation several times, multiple times, in the House of Representatives this session of Congress that would eliminate funding for organizations like Planned Parenthood and others from being able to conduct or pay for federally funding of abortions. So, Kim, you and I are on the same page, and I appreciate you asking that question. Thanks a lot. If you would like to ask a question, press 0. We'll get you into the question queue. This is Congressman Bill Johnson. Thanks for joining us this evening. We're actually going to have time for one more call here, and then we'll wrap up. Wayne, down in Wheelersburg, how you doing, buddy?
Okay.
What's on your mind?
Yeah, I just had a question. Is there's anything that can be done, like get the EPA under control on they're just kind of running the coal business and stuff down in this part of the country, and just wondered if there was anything that could be done, you know.
Yes, there are, Wayne. Good question. And we are working on several fronts to counter the administration's attack on the coal industry through the activist EPA and the Department of the Interior, for that matter. We have a piece of legislation that we passed here in the House of Representatives called the REINS Act, REINS, and it stands for Regulations by the Executive in Need of Scrutiny. And what that requires, it requires congressional approval for any new regulation by regulatory agencies like the EPA that would cost the American economy more than $100 million in a year. Now, I know $100 million sounds like a lot of money, and it certainly is to me, but when you consider that regulations cost our economy about $1.7 trillion per year, $100 million is really, that's a pretty small regulation in the big scheme of things. But we want to put the regulatory process back in the hands of the American people, and the voice of the American people is represented through the United States House of Representatives. And we want congressional approval for those kind of regulatory actions that are going to hit our economy that hard. I've got a bill, H.R. 3409, that is designed to stop the Office of Surface Mining and Reclamation from virtually shutting down underground coal mining in this country by rewriting the stream buffer zone rule. Now, you might remember, Wayne, that in 2007, Vice President Joe Biden came through and said that coal is more dangerous than high fructose corn syrup and terrorists. That's what he said in 2007. And he comes to Ohio and he talks about a resurgence in manufacturing at the same time that his activist EPA is forcing the shutdown of coal-fired power plants, causing a spike and an increase in energy prices, and it's costing more for manufacturers to conduct their business. So what is very, very clear is that this administration says one thing about energy, but yet its actions and its policies do right the opposite. We're going to continue to fight them, and we're going to continue to rein in the EPA, and I'm hopeful that the American people are going to make the right choice in November to give us some help to do that. Hey, I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. We're out of time. We had a great discussion. I thought it was good, and I appreciate all the questions. If you remember one thing from today's call, I want you to please remember this. Job creation is one of my top priorities, and I'm going to continue to work tirelessly to get the federal government out of the way of job creators, both with regulatory reform, tax reform, and just simply keeping the federal government off the backs of businesses. If you didn't get a chance to ask your question, or you want to leave us a voice message with a comment, you'll have a chance to do that after the call. You can also email us through my website at www.billjohnson.house.gov, or you can give us a call directly on our toll-free line at 1-855-376-0868. And if you're having trouble with a federal agency, we just might be able to help, whether it's the IRS, the VA, Social Security, passports, grant applications, you name it. We might be able to help. So give one of our district offices a call if you have a question. Hey, I want to thank you again for being with us tonight. This is Congressman Bill Johnson. We'll say goodbye for now, but we'll do these again sometime very soon. So hopefully you'll be able to join us again. Have a great evening, and God bless.